And while breaking news, it is coming in at the moment that Trinamool Congress, it appears, has snapped all ties with the Congress party in Bengal. Mamata Banerjee has now said that she's going to go it alone in Bengal and will decide on any kind of an India alliance or any kind of an post-poll alliance only after the elections are over. So there is going to be no tie-up between the Congress and the Trinamool in the state of West Bengal. This, of course, is a big blow to opposition unity. Massive announcement there by the West Bengal Chief Minister, snapping all ties with the Congress party in West Bengal. Now, remember, there have been murmurs that have been coming in the past as well, with the TMC saying that it is the left that is exercising quote-unquote a massive influence over the India alliance in terms of the ties with the Congress. Left has been in the spotlight as far as the TMC is concerned. TMC has been making these noises in the past as well, and now the big announcement coming in, Mamata Banerjee is saying that there will be no tie-up between the Trinamool Congress and the Congress party in the state of West Bengal ahead of the 2024 elections. This, make no mistake, is a huge blow to opposition unity. The future of the India alliance at stake. Both massive players, the TMC as well as the Congress party, of course. The TMC there snapping ties with the Congress in Bengal. This, remember, after there have been a series of seat-sharing meetings that have been taking place between senior leaders of all political parties, whether it is in key states like Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, or even West Bengal for that matter. What does this really mean for the India alliance? Have they failed to keep their flock together? Can a post-poll alliance really work out if everyone still continues to fight with each other? Will they really be able to challenge the Modi government? All of those, of course, are questions that will now need to be answered. And is this perhaps just, the beginning of the end as far as the India Alliance Opposition Unity Front is concerned? Because it's Mamata Banerjee now. Will this open up a can of worms? Will the likes of Akhilesh Yadav also perhaps demand a better bargaining power? All of those are questions that will still need to be answered. Sunil Prabhu joining us live at the moment. Sunil, this is a massive setback for the India alliance, isn't it? Mamata Banerjee pretty categorically stating that she's going to go it alone, no alliance with the Congress in West Bengal.
Well, I think the Congress was expecting this. If you've heard the words in the last few days from no less than Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, the Congress really reaching out to Mamata Banerjee not once, but at least a number of times. But of course, they refused to discuss, saying nothing more than 2 seats. And if you want a broader alliance, let the Congress leadership speak to each other. We are being, absolutely restrained. But I think somewhere down the line, everybody realizes that this was waiting to happen. Mamata Banerjee keen on that alliance, but not ready to give more space to the, the Congress party, which they were demanding. And it's in that backdrop now it's understood, because those 2 seats were already sitting seats of the Congress. The Congress wanted approximately 4 or 5, they would have, closed it. But Mamata Banerjee at present not ready to concede, because she wanted space in Assam and Meghalaya. And clearly, from both sides, there has been no meeting of minds, and definitely not unexpected, not a massive blow. This was waiting to happen. This was known. And if you've heard the leader of the Congress party in the Lok Sabha, Mr. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, who's also the PCC chief, has been saying this a number of times on a number of occasions. From the Trinamool, Derek O'Brien, always saying that we are keen on alliance, keen on being restrained.
Yes.
But this clearly hasn't worked for both. And with Mamata Banerjee deciding to go solo, it's going to be a formidable, challenge for her, given the fact that she will have to now, it will be a 3-cornered contest. Does this suit Mamata Banerjee, or does this help the BJP, or does it help the Congress, CPM alliance, which they have at Bengal, which is really
right. Okay, we seem to have
that only the electric can say.
Right. Sunil, do stay on with us, because this raises several questions on what the impact is going to be on the India bloc, with the key ally like Mamata Banerjee snapping ties, expected as it may have been. Saurabh Gupta is also joining us live. Saurabh, what has been the key sticking point in these meetings? Like our colleague Sunil Prabhu is reporting, this is something that was known, perhaps, an announcement that was just waiting to happen.
Well, even yesterday when Rahul Gandhi was asked that question, he said that seat-sharing negotiations are on. But at the same time, while he claimed that seat-sharing negotiations were on, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, the state PCC president, who's been opposed to this alliance from day one, attacked Mamata Banerjee, saying she's an opportunist leader, etc., etc. Now, when a leader at a state says things like that, obviously it means that an alliance will not happen, because obviously if you're going to attack someone you want to ally with, that is not going to end up in any kind of concession or negotiations. In fact, with Adhir Ranjan's continuing tirade, the Trinamool sources say that that was the last straw. And that, of course, is something that, it was already, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, the Trinamool also says, had already decided that he was not going to let that alliance happen at any cost. He was always in favor of an alliance with the left for the Congress rather than the TMC in West Bengal. And Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary seems to have had his way as far as the alliance is concerned. That's what TMC sources are saying. And going on to add that, look, they're entering Bengal. This is a state where the TMC is in power. Mamata Banerjee going on to say they should have had the courtesy to inform the TMC. So, all in all, with the state Congress under Adhir Chaudhary absolutely opposed to an alliance, something that perhaps, this talk of 4 seats, 5 seats, or whatever, 3 seats, that is a matter of negotiation. That can be worked out. But when the state Congress chief continues attacking, the chief of the other party, says she's an opportunist, says she, all of that on record, then of course it becomes very difficult to form an alliance. And the TMC said that they had been restrained. They were, respecting the, message from the senior Congress leadership, which, by the way, also Rahul Gandhi reiterated yesterday that they wanted an alliance and that they have a good relation. But it seems Adhir Chaudhary has been successful in scuttling that alliance in West Bengal with the TMC. And that would mean, like Sunil pointed out, a formidable challenge for the Congress as well, not just for the TMC. Because remember, it will now, of course, be dependent on, whatever little support the left has organizationally and its own organizational base in areas like Murshidabad, Malda, where it does have some support still. But otherwise, the Congress organizationally has largely been wiped out in the rest of Bengal. The left, pockets of influence. And the BJP is really the ascending sort of political force in Bengal, along with the well-established, entrenched force that is the Trinamool Congress, which is in power. But, nationally, what picture does this present? Look at Punjab, for example. Yesterday in our report, we said this, that the Punjab is having the same issue for the Congress, where state leaders are attacking each other, Congress and AAP leaders. While, it probably end up in the same way as Bengal. But yes, before even, siege, we are not very far away from the elections. But before this alliance can even get going, one of the largest partners, Trinamool Congress, which has a large number of MPs in parliament, has practically walked out of that alliance, at least as far as Bengal is concerned, and left it to the post-election scenario to decide what they will do at the national level. And Mamata Banerjee was very clear. She was very upset. And while, one would have expected that the Congress would have reined in Adhir Chaudhary to some extent, at least if it was pursuing alliance talks, but that did not happen. He continued to attack Mamata Banerjee. And of course, he was someone who has always positioned himself as against the alliance, against Mamata Banerjee, and he seems to have had his way. But will that benefit his party? Will that benefit the Congress? Will they be able to win more seats than last time? Will it help the BJP? Will it help the Left Congress alliance? Will they be able to come together and, perhaps put up more seats? Because the left is now 0 in the state. The Congress is 2. Then you have the Trinamool with the highest number of seats and the BJP, which has the second highest number of seats. So, it is going to be a political conundrum in West Bengal ahead of 2024. And the BJP will be very happy to see this, that, the India alliance, one of the major partners breaking away in
And
no
also,
uncertain
Saurabh,
terms.
what you very rightly
till,
said, Saurabh, about the impact on other states. Will this perhaps now have a domino effect in states like Uttar Pradesh, where the Congress is in negotiation with the Samajwadi Party, states like Punjab, where we're already seeing the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party finding it difficult to get along. But what was the final straw? Like Sunil was reporting, this is something that was in the offing. We also know that the TMC had expressed discomfort over the proximity of the left or the influence that the left was exercising within the India alliance. What was the final straw? Where did it all really fall apart as far as the TMC and the Congress is concerned?
Well, there were two parts to this. One is, of course, the Congress's demand, and the TMC was never going to give in to the Congress's demand of as many seats. But, that is a matter of negotiation. You needed leaders from the Congress to sit down with leaders from the Trinamool and say, work it out. That didn't happen. While the state PCC president, Adhit Chaudhary, kept attacking Mamata Banerjee in very harsh language politically, and that is something that the TMC was finding it difficult to accept, that while you say we want an alliance, while you say this alliance is important, while you say there is a good relation, just on the day when Rahul Gandhi says in a press conference that our negotiations are on, these things will not disrupt, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary goes and attacks Mamata Banerjee again. So the TMC felt that there was a lack of seriousness, one. And the matter of not giving seats was always there. The TMC was never going to give the number of seats the Congress wanted, but that was a matter of negotiation. It could have been worked out, perhaps through negotiations. The other part is that, look, the TMC has always been very clear that it is difficult to align with the left. They fought them for 34 years. Mamata Banerjee said it in as many words, and they're not going to listen to the left. But if you look at the local politics in Bengal, several leaders from the Congress, including Adhit Chaudhary, who gets elected from Baharampur, would like to have the support of the left. They have positioned themselves in Bengal as in opposition to the TMC. So, it was difficult for the state leaders of the Congress to come around. At the end of the day, even if the central leadership wanted an alliance, the state leaders were not reined in. They were not controlled in the kind of political language that was being used, and therefore this was like Sunil pointed out. This was this is going to happen, but it's finally happened now with the TMC effectively. At least walking away from the India alliance in Bengal, and Mamata Banerjee clearly saying we'll take a call on the national position after the elections.
All right. Well, we know that this is the last laugh as far as this alliance going south in West Bengal is concerned. The last laugh is going to be with the BJP. But, whose real big loss is it? Is it Mamata Banerjee's loss, or is it a loss of face really for the India alliance altogether? Completely failing to come together to sort out their issues, to sort out their seat sharing arrangement ahead of the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. The optics look extremely bad, with the alliance looking weak in a state like West Bengal, with a tall leader like Mamata Banerjee walking out saying she's going to go it alone. Before we get in more reactions, Saurabh, stay on with us. Let's just quickly listen in to what Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary and Mamata Banerjee have had to say.
ममता बनर्जी की दया से हम लोग नहीं चुनाव लड़ेंगे और लड़ने के नहीं चाहते। कांग्रेस पार्टी अपनी ताकत पर चुनाव लड़ना जानते हैं। जो 2 सीटें हमारा कब्जे में है वो बीजेपी पार्टी और ममता बनर्जी को हरा के हम लोग कब्जे में लाएंगे। ममता बनर्जी की दया दुरज पे कांग्रेस पार्टी अपना राजनीति नहीं करते। कांग्रेस पार्टी की दया से और मदद से 2011 साल में ममता बनर्जी खुद सत्य पे आई थी। ये बात मान के चलिए, ममता बनर्जी एक अवसरवादी नेत्री की नाम है।
हम जब मीटिंग में जाते हैं, हम देखते हैं सीपीएम मीटिंग को कंट्रोल करते हैं, जिसको साथ 34 साल हमारा जिंदगी में लड़ाई किया हमने। हमको बहुत असम्मान मिलते हैं, लेकिन तब भी जितना लीडर है रीजनल पार्टी को, मैंने क्या बोला, रीजनल पार्टी को इलेक्शन रीजनल पार्टी को ऊपर छोड़ दो, जो रीजनल पार्टी स्ट्रांग है, और 300 सीट में आप अकेला लड़ो, हम मदद कर देगा, हम आपका कोई सीट में हम नहीं लड़ेंगे।